It's the Wilk Report. I'm Michael Wilk, coming to you from Cleveland, Ohio. Some news from CBS and the Tardigrades running STD. Yes, STD head Alex Klutzman is probably not happy right now because, according to the creator of the video game Tardigrades, in his lawsuit against CBS and STD over copyright infringement, Discovery is ordered for discovery. Star Trek Discovery claims for a frivolous lawsuit has no steam. Yesterday, January 8th, the judge had a pretrial hearing in her courtroom with all lawyers involved. The meeting resulted in very positive outcomes that help find the truth and serve justice. The defendant's request to dismiss the case based on it being a frivolous claim was not entertained by the judge. The defendant's argument kept going around me trying to own copyrights to the real-life tardigrade. I never claimed that. The judge set the timeline for a summary judgment motion, which means that the defendant's attempt to dismiss the case is limited to actual legal defects instead of generic claims. The judge also gave us discovery, which means that we can request and the defendants are compelled to provide information to support our case. The discovery order was only one-sided, which means that the defendants cannot request information from us. Finally, the judge granted us the third amended complaint as of right. This means that we no longer need the express permission from the defendants to file the third complaint. So basically what Abdin is saying with this is that CBS was trying to make the argument that, he's claiming that he has a copyright on the actual tardigrade species, and, just because we use a tardigrade doesn't mean he can sue us. Well, that obviously was bullshit, because Abdin he never made that claim. Now, I first learned about this from Kitwalski, talking about the suit. Link will be below in the description. But he goes ahead and discusses this, and, again, there's all sorts of evidence that CBS, and specifically Alex Klutzman and the STD creative team, blatantly ripped off the Spore Drive and the giant blue tardigrade from the video game Tardigrades. Now, Plagiarism Today has a very good article on this. This will also be linked to in the description. And this is from September 11th, 2018, so I'm just going to quote the relevant paragraphs. In late August, news began to come out that CBS and Netflix were being sued by Egyptian video game developer Anis Abdin for allegedly stealing his idea to create Star Trek Discovery. Well, that paragraph is a little bit badly worded. Stealing his idea for the video game Tardigrades in their effort to create Discovery. So, yeah, just a little bit of advice, Jonathan Bailey. Maybe rewrite that so it's less vague. Though the lawsuit seemed to come out of nowhere, it had actually been a case nearly a year in the making. Abdin first posted about his allegations on his personal blog on October 18th, 2017. In that post, he accused CBS and others involved with Discovery of taking ideas and even characters from his unreleased game, Tardigrades, and using it in the series. According to Abdin, he had first posted the game on Steam Greenlight in May 2014, and posted constant development updates since. Discovery, on the other hand, debuted in September 2017 on CBS All Access and Netflix internationally. Abdin, in an August 2018 post announcing the lawsuit, said that he had attempted to work with CBS to address the issue, quote, but they treated me in disrespect and just dangled me around with postponing meetings due to their vacations and being busy, end quote. But this raises the question, is there anything to Abdin's allegations or his lawsuit? Well, as it turns out, there's a great deal. As you can see by the graphic on the website from Plagiarism Today, there is too much going on here for CBS to claim that this is, one big coincidence. So yeah, CBS tried, quite desperately to prevent the lawsuit from proceeding. Basically, they're throwing whatever bullshit they can and hoping something will stick. But as I've reported before, this is not the first time that Alex Klutzman has been involved with a project that was sued for copyright infringement. The 2011 movie Cowboys and Aliens was sued, along with Universal Pictures, by Stephen John Boosty for infringing on his comic book. Boosty sued in Texas federal court, claiming that a 2006 graphic novel about aliens crash landing in the Wild West infringed his 1995 story titled Cowboys and Aliens. The plaintiff asserted that the movie was a derivative of the graphic novel and thus another infringement of his work. In late August, United States District Judge Sam Sparks dismissed the lawsuit. His ruling didn't dwell on the movie. The judge said he was spared the necessity of watching Cowboys and Aliens more than once, but rejected the copyright claim because the graphic novel wasn't strikingly similar to Boosty's comic. Well, that's kind of debatable, but Universal had deep pockets. But notice on the IMDb page who has writing credits: Roberta Orci and Alex Klutzman. Now, this really cannot be a coincidence that Alex Klutzman has been involved in two separate projects that have been sued for copyright infringement. And CBS infamously sued Alec Peters over his fan film Axanar and set down guidelines that pretty much make it all but impossible to make proper Star Trek fan films. Now, to be fair, CBS did have legitimate cause for concern with Axanar because Peters was raising $1 million to do a feature length that visually was pretty difficult to tell from an official Star Trek production. So, yeah, CBS did have to kind of put its foot down, but the way they went about it stepped over the line and basically, much like NBC and Universal did with Battlestar Galactica, pretty much decided that, well, no, you cannot make a fan film at all based on Star Trek, and if you do, then you have to do all these different steps. Now, like I said, Kowalski has made a pretty good argument explaining why he thinks Abdin has a good case here, and I really highly recommend that you go and watch the video. He will explain it to you in greater detail. But yeah, this is an ongoing development. I will keep you updated on this as I get more information in. If you like what you've heard and you want to hear more, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to receive notifications whenever we upload new content. And please support our channel by going to our Patreon or Subscribe Start page. Become a donor. Get the rewards listed in the columns. Your generous donations will help us keep the lights on and also improve the quality of the podcast, and also go towards helping us get guest speakers on here. This is Michael Wilk for the Wilk Report saying take care, good night, I'm out.